Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry we are a couple minutes late. We were experiencing some technical difficulties on my end, but we are here and we are live on Facebook, and we're really excited to be joined with our guest today, Kim Spreder, who is with the Brighton Center at the Kentucky Career Center in Williamstown. Today we're going to discuss our Williamstown, Kentucky Career Center, which recently moved. We're in a new location. And we have services and we're up and operational. And it just kind of happened in the middle of COVID. So we didn't really get a chance to talk about it or have an open house. And we just want to make sure everybody in our rural counties know that we have locations to serve our rural customers. Because living in a rural county, sometimes you don't want to drive to Florence or Covington. I know that pain rather well. So Kim, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it. We're going to give everyone 30 seconds to join here just because we're a little bit behind due to me not knowing how to use a computer today. But we're going to get started. So Kim, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
So I'm Indy. Thanks for joining us. If you can, comment in the chat and let us know that you can hear and see us. If not, this could be a pretty boring Facebook Live since you can't hear what we're saying. But Kim, we're going to jump right into it because I'm already a little bit late and I know you're busy and I appreciate you taking your time. So just take some time, introduce yourself to us and tell us about your role with Brighton Center.
Okay, so I'm Kimberly Spreder. I'm down here, like Garrett said, at the Williamstown, Kentucky Career Center. We are located inside of NKU, down in the basement.
Okay.
Helps people find us a little easier. Down here in Williamstown, we do business services as well as services.
Okay.
So I assist job seekers with helping finding employment, resume skills, interview skills, all that good stuff, as well as businesses with finding those key employees. So we kind of have the inside scoop on what employers are looking for and what job seekers are looking for.
That's awesome. I always like when I take time to discuss people, like what we do as a talent development specialist, which is just a mouthful. It's really just a career coach or career counselor, whatever you want to call us. I always like to say we kind of go at it from two different angles. I'm a talent development specialist. So I work with job seekers and I partner with our business service representatives who identify workforce needs. And that's the great thing about Kim is that she's a business service representative and a talent development specialist. So she knows the ins and outs of what's happening and what workforce needs are. So I think it's great. And you kind of told us a little bit. You're located in the NKU Grant County Center. If you just want to give us like the address, kind of what's around it, that way people can find it and just what your hours of operations are.
Yes, so we're at 390 North Main Street here in Williamstown. We are behind the city building.
Okay.
And we are open Tuesday through Thursday from 8:30 to 5.
Okay.
And that's by appointment only. On Mondays and Fridays, we can work an appointment in too. Just call ahead of time.
Okay, perfect. So really just reach out and we've got the number scrolling across the bottom and we'll be sure to throw that in the chat as well. But the best number to reach you is the 428-7519.
Yes.
So, and Kim's email is here as well. But again, it's a Kentucky Career Center. We've got our services there. So whether you're looking for a job, whether you're an employer that's in Grant County and you're looking to hire a workforce or address workforce needs that you have, reach out to the Kentucky Career Center in Williamstown and Kim there. That way we can get you connected with the services that you need. So Kim, I'm going to jump into our third question. And the third and fourth one kind of go together, but just what are some perks of working with the Kentucky Career Center in Williamstown, whether I'm a job seeker or I'm an employer?
So on both ends, if you're a job seeker, the perks are having that connection to employers, not only with helping obtain a job, but also knowing what the employer is looking for.
Okay.
That's really important when you're looking for a position. And I think for the employer side too, to knowing what the job seekers are looking for, especially those specialty little bonuses or vacation time or whatever your benefits are. It's really important to know those things.
Yeah. And I think that's important, when you're looking for work, understanding what you're looking for and knowing what to look for. A lot of times, it's who you know, right? It's that networking piece. A lot of positions are employed by who you know. So working with the Kentucky Career Center, especially in a rural community that maybe you're newer to, somebody's got that in that when you apply, Kim or myself or someone can say, hey, so-and-so put in their application. They're a great candidate. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at it? So we're able to kind of bring those together and bridge that gap and help you find a career, because that's what we're looking for. We're not helping you find a job. We're helping you find a career. So I know we talked about the perks, and this just kind of goes together. So I just want to give an opportunity to really sell ourselves and our services. So if you could just explain maybe 1 or 2 points, why should job seekers, especially in a rural community in Grant, Pendleton County, Owen County, reach out to you at the Williamstown, Kentucky Career Center?
So we offer all of our services to start off with at no cost.
Okay.
So if you want career coaching, resume, interviewing skills, we can do mock interviews. All of that's at no service. We also offer job search success workshops, Kentucky Skills Certificate, which is a signed certificate. Hiring events. We have hiring events here usually about twice a month, if not more often, with companies that are local to the area.
Awesome.
So if you're looking for something local, that's really your best bet. Right now we have the ARC Encounter coming, and they come.
Okay.
They're here weekly doing open interviews and drug testing on the spot. So
perfect. So really, it's just the opportunity to go to a location that knows the area, that has connections in the area, that can really help you find work. And I know that you talked that there's typically hiring events or job fairs that are going on at least twice a month there. And those employers, I guess they're rotating through. So it's not the same employer. You're just getting different employers that come through. Okay. Who have you had in the past there, I guess, if?
We have had Novalex and FedEx. It's typically a high rate of pay, so that's what we have. We have had Spectrum out here. We've had quite a few employers, and we have a lot more coming here in 2021 that we have not had in the past.
That's awesome, and it seems like it's you've got the ARC, you've got Novalex, FedEx, and Spectrum. You're really doing different employers in different fields, so it's not. I'm from Grant County. I know that one of the biggest employers there is Dana. There's a big manufacturing presence, in northern Kentucky. So it looks like you're bringing different options to the area, other than just if someone says, "Well, I don't want to work in that manufacturing setting." There's going to be events there that are within sales, business, IT, tons of different things. Then
yes. So. We keep it pretty rotating so that we have a variety. If you come in this month and there isn't a job hiring event or a job fair that's specific to your needs, next month there should be.
That's perfect. And again, like you said, you get that opportunity to work with a career coach. It's completely free. If you paid for a career coach, you're going to pay, $100 to $200 an hour. You're going to get the opportunity to work with a career coach who's going to give you, the ability to look at your resume or your cover letter, help you with your job search, do mock interviewing, and again, just make that connection to an employer that's already there. So that'll lead us to, I've got one more question for you, Kim, and then we'll turn it over if there's any questions from somebody that's watching live, or if you're watching this later, you can't join us at 1:00. That's fine. Throw a question in the chat and we'll get to it. We already have one question in there, Kim. But if we have another one and you're watching, you have a question about the Williamstown location, the services, hiring events, anything like that, go ahead and throw it in the chat because there is a delay. It usually takes about 30 seconds to a minute for me to see it. So Kim, I'm just going to have you take a chance to just discuss upcoming events that you'd like to share.
Yeah, so we have several upcoming events that we have not determined a date for, but they are coming. I want to have people can watch Facebook. The dates will come out through Facebook. There'll be flyers shared. We have some Microsoft Excel and Word trainings that will be coming up.
Perfect.
Maybe May. We have Job Search Success that's starting in April, and that will be monthly.
Perfect.
Crosswell Transportation, which is the transportation for the ARC. They do they offer CDL training with a 1-year commitment. They will be here later this month for a hiring event, and they will do interviews and drug tests as well. And then we also have a Novalex hiring event, and that's March 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And is that going to be, can they come to that location, or are they going to do that virtually? So you can just come to that location then?
So we will send a flyer out on Facebook here. It should actually be coming out today and several times over the next week or two. That's going to be registered for a time slot.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So it'll be seen by appointments, but you'll meet with somebody in person then.
Yep, and they can call, email, or click the link on that flyer, whichever way they want to go, and schedule an appointment for it.
That's awesome. So the two things that stuck out to me there was you said Crosswell will pay for CDL training with a 1-year commitment. So that's pretty awesome. If you're out there and you're wondering, hey, I want to get my CDL, here's somebody that's going to pay you to do it, and you just got to work for them for a year. So that's a good opportunity. And, it's competitive pay. So it'll give you an opportunity to work and gain experience. And then the other thing that stuck out to me was Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever that you do on social media. I'm pretty sure it's all like, subscribe, and follow, to make sure that you stay up to date with hiring events that we're having or changes, because those do come out through our Facebook page and our social media account. So the best way to stay in contact is just to like our pages, and to make sure you can see me and Haley every week. That's an added perk to that as well. So thank you so much, Kim, for answering those questions. I do have one question. We kind of answered it, but it's from Haley. We have the next hiring event, and if you just want to go over that again, the details on when that event is going to happen, the next hiring event.
Yeah, our next one is Novalex. They are a warehouse in Walton. They're hiring for several different positions, and they do have competitive pay as well. That's going to be March 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And a big selling point for Novalex is food trucks. They have food trucks for their employees pretty regularly.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I'm a big food guy, so sign me up. Haley, thanks for getting in your question. And then again, there's more events that are happening, not just the hiring event. I know you mentioned to be determined later, or potential having Microsoft and Excel training classes. That's a big one, understanding how to use Excel. I remember one of my first jobs, they were like, can you use Excel? I'm like, oh yeah. And then you realize how much Excel is actually used. I was like, I'm in over my head pretty quickly here. But you can do those trainings. It's amazing. And we'll teach you pretty much the basics of Excel. And that way you can go in, and that's great to have on your resume and to say confidently, that's what employers need, is people that have experience with Microsoft Office. So that will be coming up as long as our job search success, and be on the lookout for those. We'll share those through our Facebook page. But Kim, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. And you carving out some time of your busy schedule to talk about the Williamstown, Kentucky Career Center.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So I'm excited. If you're in Grant County watching this, you probably know who I am, since I've lived in Grant County pretty much my whole life. Stop out and see us at the NKU Grant County Center. Again, they're in the basement. It's a lot of services that are important, and Kim knows the Grant County area really well. And there's unique challenges with being in rural counties. So Pendleton, Owen, Gallatin, and Carroll. We'll be talking about the Carroll County location on March 16th with Haley. So be sure to join us about that one. But we really want to highlight the work that our rural centers do. So we appreciate it, Kim. And I appreciate the work that you do for Grant County.
Thank you.
All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And join us Thursday at 9:30. Haley will be with another Employer Spotlight, and I will be back next Tuesday at 1. Have a great day, everybody.